All right, in this video, we're going to make box number 1. I have my drawing up on the screen right here. This is in our week 3 folder. And it's real basic 6-sided box. It's a 1 inch by 2 inch by 3 inches. So to make this, we want to start with the base of the box. And get myself set up here. Before we start, you're going to need a pen or a pencil, ruler, and a pair of scissors. And if you're old like me, probably a pair of reading glasses too. No safety glasses required for this. All right, so let's set up our base and let's be a little bit precise about this. Using my ruler, I'm going to make a mark. I'll go up about 3 inches from the bottom of the paper. And then my bottom is going to be 2 inches wide. So I'm making this dimension right here. So I'm going to go from here, 2 inches right there. And I'm making a V. And the reason for the V, you'll see in a moment when I go to line up my ruler. I do have this other piece of paper under here that's kind of messing up my edge. So same thing over here, way on this edge, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 inches, and then 2 more. And the reason I make those V's is that when I go to draw my line, it makes it really easy to line up my ruler. Line it right up with the point of the V, and we're just going to go ahead and make the line all the way across. Must be lunchtime because I'm kind of shaky right now. All right, same thing there, line up the V's, straight across. Okay, and then to make my sides, I get rid of this bottom piece of paper. That's causing me all sorts of grief right now. I'm going to start about 2 inches in. That's just a guess. I think I need a little bit of extra room there. And then I need to make the bottom 3 inches, 1, 2, 3 inches wide. I'll do the same thing down here from the edge of the paper. Go 2 inches in, and again, that's just a guess. The thing with stuff like this, I could spend a lot of time figure out all the math where that goes, or sometimes we just do a guess and check and know that I might get it wrong the first time. All right, and then I'm going to go like this, right through the V's, and I'm going to use the whole top to bottom of the paper because I know that's going to have to extend out. Now, as we do this, it's going to get pretty crazy. I'm going to have lines and dots and marks all over the place. So for this one, let's go ahead and label it. That's the bottom of my box. So now what I need are my 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So as I look at this, that's my bottom right there. There's my side, and this right here tells me how tall it is. It's 1 inch tall. So from the bottom edge, it needs to go up 1 inch. Since it's flat, it's going to go away from the bottom. So again, I'll take my ruler, make a mark 1 inch there, and there. And we want to do 2 marks each time. Now that one's, I've got kind of some interference there with that other mark. There and there. And we can connect these. And connect these. Now my ruler is vertical. We'll make a mark here. And here. Notice I'm moving my ruler as little as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and make my top and bottom marks at the same time. There, and there, and then we can connect them. There and there. So now I've got my front, my back, my right, and my left. And I can see right here, I don't know if you noticed me pause, but that kind of looks like it wants to be a side right there. So it's helpful to have those labels. The only thing left now is the top. And this seems to be the place I have the most room over here. And the top will just be a mirror of the bottom. It's 2 inches wide this way. And if I look at my drawing, it needs to be 3 inches long. So we'll just go over here and make this 3 more inches. And connect it. Now at this point I could cut this out and fold it up, and I would in fact have a 6-sided box, but what we want to do is we want to have these lap joints. So in woodworking we call it lap joints, and paper folding it's just simply a tab. We need some tabs to hold all the corners together. So this corner here where these two fold together, here, 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 and here, those all need tabs. And I'll also need a tab 1, 2, and 3, so when that top folds across, it can fold onto the sides. And if I wanted to be super precise, I'd measure these, but really I'm just going to kind of guess at about 1/4 inch because when we fold these, they're going to be on the inside anyway. Now if you're going for like the super duper A++++ score, go ahead and measure 1/4 inch tab. That's fine with me. And this one does not need a tab because this edge is going to fold all the way around to this edge and there's already a tab. But I do need tabs on the sides, so we'll just go there, 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 and there. Now when we do our tabs, we don't want to cut them even because they'll bunch up in the corners. So we always give just a little bit of an angle like that. And you can draw that with a ruler, or you can freehand it, or honestly, if I weren't doing this on camera right now, I would just cut it. That's a tab. I was confused by that for a second. So we're just going to do just a little bit of a nip off the end there. Let's call it a 15-degree angle. It's probably a 30-degree angle, isn't it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and 1, 2, 3 for the top. And now we're ready to cut it out. What I don't want to see are zigzaggy cuts, so like, take your time on this. I'll probably time lapse this when I edit it. Voila. Now, if I were doing this for a finished project, something I want to show everybody, I'd fold this so that all the words go on the inside. But for demonstration purposes, we're going to go ahead and make this so that the words are on the outside just so we can see what's going on. We're going to take this, fold it up, and I've discovered if I do this with a gel pen, it actually folds really easily on the line that I just made. It just makes the paper kind of weak in that point. And it just does a natural crease right there. Super duper convenient. So I'm just working through. Okay, so what I want to see when you turn this in is I want to see one picture that looks just like this, all cut out with everything opened up. You don't necessarily have to label it, but you can if you want. So picture number 1, right there. Picture number 2, all folded up. If you don't have glue, that's okay. What I want to see though is that all of the pieces fit and you have the correct number of tabs. So let me go get some glue. I'll be right back. For this project, you'll also need glue. All right. One big difference between woodworking and paper. Woodworking, we're going to grab this thing, squeeze it, and put a lot of glue on it. But for paper, we're going back to preschool. ... not a lot. School glue will work fine if you've got glue all. I like that a whole lot better. Put a dot on there. And what I want is the tab on the inside. Line up your corners, give it a squeeze, count to 10. And work your way around. Now's where it gets tricky. Use your pair of scissors as a backing. Make sure the corners line up. Oh, this is bad. If you think of a good way to do this, send it to me. Got a little bit of an overlap there, but for the purpose of this assignment, that's fine. Got any good ideas for that one? Paperclip. So much of what we do is just like finding tools to do the thing you need to do, and implementing them in a creative way. I can get that in that tiny hole there. Push it up on the paper, kind of, sort of. Voila! Uh-oh. Top, front, left, right. That's because we did it inside out. So right there is your final, and then when you're done, get a picture about from that angle, and if you can get a close-up showing that you do in fact have all the tabs in there, that would be superb. So there you go, box number 1, start to finish. About right there, if you have all that done with all the tabs, we're looking at 100% right there. I might give myself a 99 just because there's a couple of corners that aren't quite perfect. All right, good luck with that.